Hey guys, it's Triv from the Midnight Movie, and guess where we are at tonight? We are at the Capitol Theater down here in Cleveland, and we are standing with...
We're getting ready for Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies with Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Shane Douglas, Roddy Piper, Kurt Angle, a bunch of hot young stars, and a lot of zombies.
He's not too hyped up about this movie.
I got my composure. I get excited though. You start talking about zombies, I'm looking for a 2x4. I was whacking zombies left. I was whacking zombies right, whacking them left.
There you go. Well, that's like I said, when Hacksaw Jim Duggan's not fighting the people named the Butcher or the Crippler or the King, he's busy fighting off zombies. So that's right. We are here watching Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies, and I just have a quick question. First of all, it's about time. It's about time that they have a movie like this. Number one. Number two is how did the idea come about? Did somebody contact you, or did some wrestlers say, "Hey, this would be not a bad idea. Let's get some wrestlers versus zombies"?
Well, first off, it is definitely a great idea. You know, zombies are so hot right now. Everybody likes The Walking Dead. You know, zombies are all over TV, all over the movies, and folks love wrestling. WrestleMania coming up, there'll be 80,000 people at WrestleMania. So it was just a natural to put the two genres together, and it's really a lot of fun. You know, I tell folks, they say, "Well, how would you describe Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies?" I said the title covers it all. It's Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies. It's not Gone with the Wind, you know. But I'm not sure who actually came up with the idea. Cody Knox, the director, Shane Douglas are buddies. I think they've probably been kicking it around for a few years, got some backers and got it off the ground, and it's taken off really great.
I think it's going to really take off, but what I would see, because I saw some clips from this, and I'm loving it, because I love zombies, I love wrestlers, I love Hacksaw.
There you go, brother. We're getting fired up, baby. Here we go.
Yeah, okay, don't get too fired up now. Hey, whoa.
Spin-off. How about a spin-off TV series? Wouldn't that be awesome?
Or Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies 2.
That would be even better.
That would be even better. Now, that's without giving anything away. Is it safe to say that maybe it might be maybe a 2x4 or I heard Roddy Piper's in this movie too? Maybe a coconut or some signature moves from some of these guys in there.
You would think, wouldn't you?
You would think.
You would hope so, you know, because wherever Hacksaw Jim Duggan goes, my 2x4 is not far behind. Matter of fact, I've been digging around this place. Somebody hid my 2x4.
It's a good thing.
Probably a zombie or you.
While we're talking to him.
I did not touch it.
Zach.
You only patch on the back, it hurts. I'm telling you. But hey, now you wrestle all kinds of wrestlers in your career, and I mean, big, small, tall, whatever. Mm-hmm. It can't be much of a challenge to wrestle a zombie, right? I mean, come on.
Well, it's a little different with the zombie guys, you know. If you hit them in the gut, they don't sell it. You hit them in the back, they don't sell it. But once you whack them in the head with a 2x4, they go down like a giant redwood. And I stand over, you know what I do? I go, ho! That's pretty good hoeing, guys, I'll tell you.
Hey, we're hoes from way back.
I
didn't mean to say that.
It's a family show, fellas.
It is a
Right,
family
right,
show.
it's
Get
a
there.
family show. The Manson family.
Well, I see where you guys fit in.
Perfect.
So, you know, I do have a quick question. How did you? I know that when you first started out in wrestling, correct me if I'm wrong. I think when you started out, you were trained by legendary Fritz von Erich.
Fritz von Erich, yeah, I played my college football for Southern Methodist down in Dallas, Texas, and I met Fritz on a fluke, and he said, well, you might try professional wrestling. But I was still playing ball then. I was with the Atlanta Falcons in 77, the Toronto Argonauts in 78, then made the move to wrestling in 79. Of course, when I first started, it was Big Jim Duggan with short hair and clean shaven and a long gold bathrobe.
Right.
It was some pretty lean years, I got to tell you.
That's what I was going to.
From bathrobe to 2x4. Hey, that's pretty good.
I was gonna ask you because I know you weren't Hacksaw for in the beginning.
Right.
When did you actually get nicknamed Hacksaw? And how did that come about?
Well, it was actually I went from Big Jim Duggan. They put me under a mask because I was a relatively young kid, and I'm wrestling these grown men. They're like, "Put a mask on," you know. And so I said, "Well, I'll wrestle as the convict." And I wore this mask. And I put little C's on my mask for the convict, and all the fans were like, why'd you put those ears on your mask? I said they're not ears, they're C's for the convict, you know? So that didn't work. So then I wore a fur with chains on it and grew my beard real bushy, and I was Wild Man Duggan. And that didn't work.
Oh, come on.
I know.
I can see
Yo,
that.
son of a gun! And then I evolved into Hacksaw. So out of 35 years, probably 31 of them I've been Hacksaw. Yeah.
Okay, because I remember back when I first started getting into wrestling. It was like the early 80s, and I remember you were, I think it was it with Matt Bourne in the Mid-South? Was it the Brat Pack?
The Rat Pack.
The Rat Pack.
It was
The Rat
Ted
Pack.
DiBiase, Matt Bourne, and myself. We were the Rat Pack. And, of course, I was already carrying the 2x4. The 2x4 came from, I was working for Joe Blanchard out in West Texas Championship Wrestling. And Bruiser Brody told me, because back then the crowds were rough. You know, they'd punch you and spit on you and try to get to the ring. He says, Duggan, if he says, you carry something in the ring, carry something you can use. Forget the feathered boas and sequin robes, you know. And I'm like, well, here's a piece of wood.
Not a
And I
bad
came out
idea.
yelling and waving that wood and was like parting the Red Sea.
Exactly.
I
People
got back and
love it.
forth to the ring without a problem. But then I hooked up with Ted DiBiase in Mid-South Wrestling. We did the Rat Pack, and he ended up teaming up with Skandar Akbar. Right. And there was no way I was going to go against America. And that's when it's been my honor to carry our flag ever since then.
It's great. I mean,
Every time I see him, I'm like, yeah, we'll take on everybody. We don't care.
I'll tell you what. I mean, you've had such a storied career, and I want to congratulate you. You were inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. I think it was 2011, correct?
2011, yes, sir. It sure was. Well, thank you. Yeah, it was a great time. We were in Atlanta, Georgia. A lot of my family was there, a lot of friends, and it's nice to be recognized by your peers, and it's something I will always remember and enjoy. And of course, my good friend Jake the Snake Roberts is going in this year, so I'll be down in New Orleans for that next week.
Good. Well deserved. So.
Hey, last week I even saw this guy on the Duck Dynasty. Hey.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what's up with that?
I was with the Duck Dynasties. Jace and Phil and Cy and all those guys are big time wrestling fans. So they brought me in. They hid me in a box truck for most of the day, you know. And it's January. Everybody's got on 2 or 3 jackets. I'm in a pair of wrestling tights and boots, you know. So it's freezing. And they said, well, when we get ready, we're going to open up the back of the truck. You jump out of the truck and run to the ring. I'm like, jump out of the truck? It's about this high in the garage. They don't got no stairs for the old timer, but I jumped out of the truck, and Jace had a big thrill, and of course Mia, his young daughter, they're having surgery on her, and it was great to be part of that. Those folks are really, what you see on TV is exactly how they are. They're good Christian folks.
That was awesome. It was awesome to see you on TV like that.
Well, it was a lot of fun.
Hey, you know, we had a wrestler down at our place, so you might not recognize this guy. Oh, I don't even have it on me. Now it's missing. I can't show you a picture.
You might not know
I
him
see
so
why you
much,
just
man.
make him carry the mic now.
Exactly. We can tell him to get out of there.
That was robbed. Never mind. Oh, wait. No, never mind. It was
Okay.
robbed.
You can just tell
I
me.
picked my pocket already.
Zach, you a
Zach,
pickpocket?
Did you pick my pocket? Never mind. It was going to be funny, bud.
Well, this is pretty funny. You can't find it.
Yeah, we're enjoying it. I don't
Remember the masked snake? Remember who used to wrestle down there?
Oh, I
I had a
remember
picture.
that.
I must have
Yeah.
asked about his physique, but
No, good thing you didn't
Well,
bring
you know,
it up.
that's wrestling in general. You got to have something to appeal to everybody. You got a body guy, you got a mask guy, you got a wild man, you got a pretty boy, you got some pretty women. Something to appeal to everybody. It's a great
I was all
marketing
of those.
idea.
Oh,
I see the pretty woman part. You know, I'm glad you changed before you
got the
came on
press.
camera.
I don't know about that.
Because I had no shirt on. Never mind. We won't.
So,
get into
There's a family show,
that.
guys.
Family show, but you know, hey,
But
gotta have our fun.
I'm sure you
on anyways.
I'm sure you get asked this, you know, all the time. So I need to ask you too. What was your favorite moment in your wrestling career?
No question about it. Wrestling, you know, I'm from upstate New York. I was a main event in Madison Square Garden against Andre the Giant, you know, so it was a double whammy. You know, as a kid, I went to the Garden with my pop, God bless him, and now I'm here at the Garden, and not only am I wrestling at the Garden, but I'm wrestling Andre the Giant, so it was a thrill. But he could be an irritable giant, I'll tell you, man.
Yeah. So anyway, I appreciate giving us this time to talk to you. It's been
my
nothing.
pleasure.
It's been an honor and a pleasure talking with you. And I just want to say, looking forward to tonight watching Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies. I think it's going to be a blast, and it's just been a absolute pleasure talking with you, Jim.
Well, thank
Seriously.
you, guys. Enjoy
Best of
talking.
luck.
Well,
Best
before
of luck.
we go, you know what we got to do, guys? Let's do it together,
Come on in,
baby.
Zach. Come on in, Zach.
Get in here,
Get in
Zach.
here.
Get in here,
Get over
young
here.
guy.
Get over here.
You got to make some noise, kid.
it
Let's
ready.
go, guys.
Ready.
Ho! USA! USA! USA!
Yes. Settle down.